Caleb Williams, he declared for the NFL draft in a move that surprised absolutely nobody. He's now set to be the number one prospect in the draft. And it's a very interesting situation with the Chicago Bears holding that first overall pick, because obviously they've got Justin Fields at quarterback. And Fields, he has not gotten it done. It's so funny. If you go on Twitter and you just look at Bears fans' Twitter, I guess, everybody and their brother is just obsessed with Justin Fields. It's like, if we build around Justin Fields, if we get him this, if we do that, he's going to be great. And yes, on paper, that makes sense. Building around Justin Fields does make a lot of sense, especially when you've got the number one overall pick. You could trade that pick for 3 first-round picks, at the minimum 2 first-round picks plus something else. And then use that draft capital to build around Justin Fields. On top of that first pick, they've also got the 9th pick in the draft as well. So there's a lot of reasons for optimism and a lot of cap space there for the Bears, where you could think, okay, if they play the cards right, this could be a ridiculous roster outside of Justin Fields in a year, in 2 years. If you just stick with Fields, he could potentially get you to where you want to go, get you to Super Bowl contention. He's obviously talented. The issue with Justin Fields is that he hasn't produced in a way that would make you think, oh yeah, this is the franchise guy. Now Caleb Williams comes in and he's critiqued, he's maligned, but I think the thing that everybody will agree on is that he is freakishly talented. And he has the ability to do things that nobody else in this draft can do. Frankly, he can do things that the only other human that you would expect to do these things is Patrick Mahomes. So the talent is just off the charts. I guess with Caleb Williams, there's a couple things to be wary of taking him at number one. I guess one, you've already got Fields, who could have a really high ceiling, who could end up being a great player. We don't know yet, though. Or, the offense hasn't been good. They just fired Luke Getsy. And if you draft Caleb Williams, you can't trade that pick and acquire more picks as well. And two, Caleb Williams sort of has this thing where he goes off script and sort of improvises at times, even when improvising is not the correct move, if you will. But he does do things that it's like, that is ridiculous. Nobody else can do that. He flicks his wrist and the ball goes 60 yards and you're like, oh my God. And it's off platform. He does stuff where it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. The way that he sort of scrambles around the pocket and makes something out of nothing is foolish. But I think also where he's going to struggle at the next level is that he does all these things, and instead of taking the 4-yard check down, he tries to make a 40-yard play. And in a lot of ways, it is what Patrick Mahomes struggled with when he first came into the NFL, and things that he had to learn sitting that first year behind Alex Smith was, hey, you don't have to get 50 yards every single play. Sometimes it's better just to take the check down and let your guy keep you on, keep the chains moving, if you will, keep you humming, keep your offense in rhythm, instead of, every other drive we get a 50-yard bomb that's ridiculous, but all the other plays, we're going 3 and out. So I think with Caleb Williams, he's a freak. He's going to be a really good pro. I think he's going to be a really good pro. Is he right for the Bears? I don't know. The Bears have a really difficult decision to make. It's going to be one that I think if you had to put a gun to my head and you said, what are they going to do? I would say they're going to draft Caleb Williams. They're going to trade Justin Fields. Maybe they think they can get a first-round pick for Fields. I think if you can do that, that's probably a great move. And then you have 3 first-round picks. You've got future capital as well, still with the Carolina Panthers trade for Bryce Young. You've got a lot of options here, a lot of cap room. You can still build around Caleb Williams. I think even if you take Caleb Williams at 1, take Rome Odunze or Troy Franklin or somebody like that at 9, or maybe even draft an offensive tackle to help out there as well. You've got some options there. They're just going to need to hit on the play caller, hire whoever that ends up being. And, we'll see how that shakes out.